This is the O Review podcast. O Review.
Welcome. I don't have much time, so I'm going to do a very quick video, and this is going to cover the promotions that were recently given away at the last Black Friday, which was about a week ago or so, maybe longer, depending on when I get this video up. But basically, this year, instead of a very small promotion, they really did something exciting. They brought back the B1-B grip, and these were absolutely free with any $150 purchase. And if you've ever gone to an O store, spending $150 is really not that big of a deal. So there were very limited quantities. I heard about maybe 15 per store, 3 per color. They came in blue, purple, and red. Some people said the reds were less common, but I think it's pretty much even at this point. It was basically one per customer or transaction, although I know some people were able to pick up more than one. But I had a friend help me out with this, and I'm really happy to have these because now I've not only completed my vintage grips, but I also have one of the moderns. Now the nice thing about these is that these are the 2010 edition, so these were released in very, very limited quantities back in 2010 as basically promotional items. A few of them were kicking around. I didn't really think I'd ever get one because either had to be part of that promotion or you have to go on eBay and pay 5 times as much, which I don't do anymore, or ever. So it was really nice to have the 2010s show up because it's really the only viable way to get one if you weren't part of those pre-selected groups. So I chose the blue. Main reason I chose the blue is because I already have a red B2 and I already have a purple O-wing. So really it was kind of the only color that I didn't really have. Blue came in the original grip and grip 2, but then you didn't really see too many of the other pure blue colors aside from slight accents on the B1Bs. But then the O-wing, I don't want to say Generation 2, but the later releases of O-wing started having some crazier colors like the purples and blues. So blue were on those as well. Taking a look at the box, they went right back to the original box design, the hexagonal one, which is nice because it really fits the original B1Bs. If you do want to differentiate between the new version and the old version, the 2010 is embedded in the center here, so that's one way to tell. Also, the center hole there is a little bit more refined on the modern version. If you look at the original B1Bs, they're a little bit rough, almost like the mold really didn't shape up as nicely. So, old one's a little more rough, these ones a little more refined a bit. Looking at these donuts, these things aren't exactly round. Also, the box is red text on a white, and the original B1Bs were white text on red. Just looking at my other ones here, the B2s were blue text on white, and then the F1s were white text on blue, so they were kind of a flip-flop. So actually, if you have all 4, the original 3 vintage and then the 2010, you actually have all variations of red, blue, and white, and all that. The other additional thing is that they are giving away Oakley branded water. And the funny thing about this is that this is actually has nothing to do with Oakley. Sort of as a cost-cutting measure, they found another manufacturer going by Oakley, and they just bought up a ton of water and gave them away as freebies. So basically, they didn't really have to spend any money on promotion there, aside from just the raw cost of buying water in bulk. So that's really kind of it. We're hoping for some additional holiday releases later this year. There was originally going to be a few different holiday releases, but I've heard rumors that those are going to be canceled, except for the Snowflake collection, which unfortunately is only going to be for the women's line. Currently, and I honestly have no idea the model names. I do have them on the database, so if you go to the O Review, you can check those out. Just go to search for Snowflake collection. But there's 2 models there. It's basically just kind of like a snowflake pattern or a very light, sparkly pattern on almost translucent frame. The other ones I saw some brief photos and they really didn't look good, so I'm really not heartbroken that the holidays are kind of down this year because the original releases weren't really that impressive anyway. So that's basically it. Just wanted to give you a brief overview. I will do a full grip video someday, but there's a lot of lot of dates and a lot of unobtainium numbers and formulas that I honestly am not prepared to remember at this point. So most of that's going to heavily borrow off of the article done by Lee Silver. So I'll probably just borrow a lot of elements off that so I can remember all of them. So that's it, real quickie today. Hope you enjoyed that, and I believe some of these might be re-entering stores sometime soon, so you can always keep an eye out for them. They were also available online. I heard only one color was available online, and you didn't really have the choice to choose it, but if you did spend $150 on Black Friday, you were able to get those as well. But I think some of these might be cycling through. The fact that they went back to the 2010 edition means that I think they're going to stick with this model, and probably if they do any more promotions in the future, they might be able to just re-release these same ones. So I'm kind of glad they are the 2010s, because I really didn't want to have to chase down these and the ones that were originally done 3 years ago. So it's kind of a nice bonus there. So I will catch you later. Thank you.